Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live video podcast. It's your weekly dose of coffee, dogs, and curiosities, your alternative CDC. I'm your host, Chris Perandi, the stunt dog guy. Today, let's enjoy our coffee or caffeine while we watch a couple fun flying disc performances of two of our talented stunt dogs. Abby Klein will be co-hosting with me today, along with her star, Rockin' Rosie. Then we're going to discuss the curiosity of the day, which is your dog a jerk? And how do you deal with them when they are? So thanks for tuning in, everyone, and welcome to our channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Stunt Dog Show Productions if you haven't already, or like us on Facebook. Stay informed about our future podcasts, live shows, travel adventures once we get back on the road, and, of course, training tips. Now, if you're watching right now, leave us a comment. Let us know you're here and where you're watching from. Now, as you know, I love collecting coffee mugs during my travels. And today I'm featuring my Walking Dead coffee cup. What's unique about this cup is the text is white when the coffee's hot, but then it turns red down the text when the coffee starts getting cold. So it's pretty cool. Maybe as the podcast goes along, I'll show you how it turns red as this coffee cools down. Now, I've been doing a lot of featuring of our co-hosts and team members' dogs, so I thought it was time today to start introducing you to some of our dogs. And today we're going to feature Vinny Valentino. Okay, he's the star on the cover of our book, The Big Book of Tricks for the Best Dog Ever. So here's Vinny in action.
Vinny Valentino, the heartthrob. He's a Border Collie Australian Shepherd mix, and he comes from the Minnesota Border Collie Rescue. We got him when he was about 10 weeks old. He's now 5, and he's one of our most talented stunt dogs and trick dogs. And he's on the cover of our brand new book, The Big Book of Tricks for the Best Dog Ever.
We filmed this out in the yard yesterday, and Suhei did all the filming, and she edited this beautifully.
That's my boy. That's my boy right there. That's good.
That's Vinny Valentino, everybody. And he is a sweet boy, but sometimes he can be a little bit of a sassy boy. In fact, sometimes he can be a little bit of a jerk. So we're going to talk about that today. But right now, let's go to the sunny skies of Florida. And let's welcome Abby Klein, everybody, to the podcast. What's going on, Abby?
Nothing. Just trying to stay snug.
Awesome. Well, my dogs are saying hi to you, too, today.
Hi, doggies.
So we missed you last Sunday. You took a break.
Celebrating my birthday.
That's right. You were celebrating your birthday, taking a break from the podcast, and that's okay. I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Did you do anything fun?
Well, on Sunday, I went over to Laura's parents' house, and they cooked me an amazing dinner.
Nice. Sounds like
and I got to go in their pool, and they have a hot tub, and they keep their pool at like 89 degrees at all times. They have a heater in their pool in Florida. It's crazy.
But that doesn't sound refreshing when it's like super hot out.
It feels like you're just walking in wet air.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. And who do you have with you today?
I have Rosie. She's my jerk face of a dog.
Oh, there she is.
She just burped too.
She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, to people, but she's kind of a butthole to dogs.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that today. I got some photos you sent in. You sent in some photos. Let me see if I can bring those up on the screen. But tell us about Rock and Rosie while I'm pulling those up.
So I adopted her. It was the 3rd year I worked for you. So it's 2011. And I was performing in this tiny little town in Wyoming. It was very pretty. It was very small. And I was very bored. And so I was looking on Pet Finder. And Peter, my first dog, was a red cattle dog mix. And I saw this puppy who looked like a little twin Peter. And I was like, oh my God, I have to go meet this dog. So I went and met the dog and fell in love with her. And I remember she was like 4 or 5 months old at the time. And I took a Frisbee at this rescue on a concrete floor. And like on each side of us were just dogs and crates just barking. And I took this Frisbee for this 4-month-old puppy. I slid it across the floor. She ran after that Frisbee, nailed it, picked it up, and just shoved it back on me. And I was like, oh my God, I will take her.
And look at her hair, flying high. Where was that? Silver Dollar City, or where was that at again?
I think that was a theater. Must have been one of our theaters that we
It might have been one of the theater shows. Yeah, it's possible.
I mean, I'm wearing the sparkly vest, but we also wore those at Silver Dollar City.
Yeah, we did too. But yeah, she is definitely high flying, super talented girl.
Yeah.
She's what, 8 now? Is that what she's 8 years old?
She's gonna be, well, I got her. She's gonna be 9 this year sometime. So she was 4 months old. It was towards the end of the season that I adopted her. I think it was like probably August or September, and she was 4 months old. So she's probably pretty close to 9, turning 9 right now.
And she's still rocking it. And here she is on your back. Where was this at?
That was at I think it was either a UFO or AWI qualifier in Colorado.
Okay.
And we had to move the competition indoors because it started storming. I remember because we were doing theaters in Colorado, and we got done on a Saturday, and that competition was on a Sunday. So I went and competed the day after we were done doing theaters.
Yeah, and these 3 photos are actually from it.
Yeah,
and,
they're
how did you end up faring at that event? Did you?
I got second.
Second.
Jason Rigler took first.
And you've been competing with her over the years. What are some of her top titles?
She's qualified for. I mean, since we're usually working in the summer, I don't get to go to many of the world qualifiers, but I have been trying the past couple of years to go to USDDN. And so her first year at USDDN, I think she got like 22nd out of like 80 teams from across the world. And then last year, I think she was at 19th, but we should have gotten 12th. But I got a penalty because she kind of landed funny on a flip. And so they docked me 2 points.
Ouch.
And so when you're in the top 20, that drops you. That took me from 12th to 19th.
Ouch.
She's badass, man.
Well, shake it off. That's all good. And you got her you just found her on Pet Finder, you were telling me.
Yeah, because you asked me about rescue, and I'm like, oh God, that was so long ago, I can't even remember what it was called. So I went back into my emails from 2011 and found her Pet Finder link that I had sent to someone that I wanted to adopt this dog. And I assumed it would just be taken down, but it wasn't. Her link is still up there. So.
Well, she's adorable right there in that photo. And so she's from the Animal Humane Association of Star Valley in Wyoming.
Yep.
A little shout out to them. So awesome. Well, we appreciate rescues. And of course, we strive to rescue all of our dogs. And I know you do as well. And yeah, it's, goes to show you can train any dog. Doesn't matter if they're a rescue or where they're from, just every dog's got their own innate abilities, and you just got to find out how to tap into it. So how did you tap into Rosie's ability? What was the first thing you did when you brought her home?
Oh, I did a lot of food training with her, but I mean, she's just bananas for toys. Like this dog will sit by herself and like literally throw a ball into the air and catch it, and then throw it into the air and catch it. And I've seen her take like stuffed toys and like a stuffed long toy that'll be on the ground, and she'll like get her nose underneath of it and flip it up into the air and then jump up and catch it. Like all she wants to do. Play like that's
she's insane.
Oh
yeah, I see her in the back. Yeah, I see her back there with the Frisbee in her mouth.
Yeah, she's just like that's.
Check her out.
And that's like one of the puppies' Frisbees. It's not even a real Frisbee, but she's just
rolling
around.
Rosie? What are you doing? You showing off? You showing off on the podcast?
Like I'm
nice.
Playing by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like her favorite thing in the world to do is just she just throws toys to herself all day.
She's having fun. Well, you sent in a video, so we're going to see Rosie in action, and then maybe you can do a few tricks with her there. I know you got tight space, but maybe you can show off something.
I'll show you some drop downs.
All right. Yeah.
Oh, and look, I'm actually drinking coffee today
instead
of booze.
See that?
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here's this video. Let's see if I can bring this up. Here we go. Where was this at, Abby?
This video,
Oh, lost the video.
I mean, I can't see it. I don't know if it's playing. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Hey, that was awesome. Very good. I think that ends it right there. But yeah, that was awesome. That was a short clip. But where was that at, Abby? I think I muted you there for a second. I couldn't hear you because it was the music and everything. But answer that again. Where'd you compete, or where was that a competition? Not competition. Show. Sorry, that was a show. Obviously.
Show, Chris.
I'm out of it today. I got to finish my coffee. That's what it is. So where was that?
That was the Colorado State Fair. I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve actually filmed that for me. That was when Steve was helping me. Yeah, we were performing on turf. That was a tough gig because it was super hot.
That turf reminds me of the turf I used at the Minnesota State Fair on our dock. Is that we have a number 2 on our dock as well.
Oh, really?
That's weird. I guess 2 is the number that wears out the most. Maybe, I don't know, because they get used to it. You know, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe, but yeah, it was at the Colorado State Fair like 2 years ago, I think.
Awesome.
When we did it with the wave pool, whatever I can't think of.
Oh yeah, with the Lucy Pet, the wave machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's say hi to some people on the channel, and then we're gonna get to our curiosity of the day. We're seeing some people watching us right now. Maria's here. Churro from New Hampshire. Aaron saying hi. Good to see Aaron. We have Juliana here from San Jose. Felicia saying hello there from Oklahoma. They're out in Oklahoma.
Thank you. Happy belated birthday.
You can see Rosie counters. Yeah,
I did. There's a Frisbee up there. She's trying to get the Frisbee off the game machine.
That's what she was doing. Yeah, okay. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Anybody else there? If you got any questions for Abby and I while we're here live on the podcast, send us your comments right now. We might throw them up on the screen. We'll try to do our best to answer any questions that you have in regards to anything related to dogs. Obviously, today we're going to get to our curiosity, which is your dog a jerk? And or are they a jerk sometimes? And how do you deal with them when they are? And this was Abby's topic idea, so I'm going to let you lead it off, Abby. What prompted this curiosity today?
Well, because you asked me which dog I wanted to feature, and Rosie is just an asshole, man. Like, she is just the worst. Like, she's great with people. You could put this dog, you could do anything to her. A kid could come up and punch her straight in the face, and she wouldn't dream about biting that kid. But as soon as a dog gets near her, most dogs anyway, she is Hannibal Lecter.
Uh-oh.
She is a rotten little nasty hoe.
So you can't basically keep her around any other dogs?
She has a couple of my dogs that she's friends with, mostly boys, playing with herself again. Mostly boy dogs that I can put her out with in the yard to like play with. But only one of the boys will play with her because everybody else is just like, they like avoid her, like that creepy guy in the bus station. Like they see her come out and everybody's just like, don't talk to her, man. Like,
when she's getting in jerk mode, does she give anyone like a warning sign, or does she just go into full on attack mode, or what does she do to be a jerk?
I mean, she tries to give a warning. It's kind of one of those things that I probably messed up a long time ago when she started to give warnings, and then I'd yell at her for warning a dog. And so eventually she would just be like, okay, well, I'm not going to growl at you. I'm just going to bite you in the face now. Like if you correct a warning too many times, your dog's going to be like, all right, I just won't warn. I'll just attack.
Right.
So I call it her apartment. She has an apartment in my house. It's like a big, like an outdoor kind of kennel thing. And it's got like a little lazy boy chair in there for her. And she has a bunch of toys. So like when she's inside, she can't be loose. She resource guards people and stuff.
Gotcha.
So like that's why I can put her outside with other dogs and she's fine. But as soon as she's inside, if like she's sitting next to me and another dog walks up, it's game on.
Yeah.
So,
well, I got a couple of jerks on my pack. Obviously, Vinny Valentino is one of my worst jerks. Yeah, he is a little bratty. He was a little spoiled as a puppy. I think we spoiled him too much. I think that didn't help. I think that's what caused him to be a jerk. We let him have full access to the bed. and the couch and our lap and whatever. And I think he just got so attached to us that he didn't want any other dogs around. So as he started getting a little bit older, he started doing that guarding thing. When they jump up on the bed, he'd get all agitated, growling and snapping, and then it would sometimes go even further where he would attack the other dogs. And still to this day, we got to be careful with him because he will. Sometimes I say without warning, but there's warning, but sometimes it's so fast that it depends on his mood. Sometimes he's just real moody and doesn't want anyone around him, and they jump up on the bed next to him and they're too close, and then he just goes off on him. So we got to be very careful and give him those privileges, you know. And also Confetti's had that kind of a jerk as well. She basically, when we brought her home, she was attacking every single dog when they get near us. Like if she was on our lap and another dog would come up to her or to us to get attention from us, she would just flip out, like attack, like jump on them and just start fighting them. And that's what we dealt with the first couple of weeks that I brought her home. And I'm sure that's why she kept getting returned to the shelter. And they said she got returned 3 times. I'm sure that's what it was. So we helped break her out of that by not putting her in the situation, taking her out of the situation, and being stern with her when she'd get into that situation and give her a little stuff. I mean, I had to show her that she's not going to be allowed to be dominant in this pack, that I'm alpha, Sue's alpha, we're the boss, and you need to have manners. And we had to basically teach her manners, you know, and not being aggressive, but being authoritative with them, you know, in those situations. That way, otherwise she would just get end up back in the shelter, you know what I mean? Because she's going to end up hurting one of the other dogs. And now she can get along with all the dogs very well. You know? I don't know, does anybody at home have dogs that are jerks, that resource guard or attack your other dogs? And how have you been dealing with it? I'm curious, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So how else do you deal with it, Abby? I mean, like, so you just got to keep her separated.
Yeah, you know, and I just try, like, a lot of times you just try to set, when you have it, like, you know, I'm sure if she were in a home with less dogs, it probably would be less of an issue, you know? It's just like our lifestyle, and the dogs we pick, I feel like can you see her in the background playing with herself?
Yeah, I can see her.
But I feel like the dogs we pick tend to, because of their high energy and drive and like toy motivation, that they just tend to kind of be buttholes sometimes, you know, like you go to somebody's house who has like 5 little poodle mixes that don't do anything and they all just get along, and I'm like, how does that happen? You know, like, how do you get all these dogs that just chill, you know? But I think it's a lot of times because we have just like these dogs that are driven to like do shit, you know? And so like if shit's not happening, they're like, well, I'm gonna make it happen, I'm bored, you know, or something like that. But you know, it's just a lot of management, a lot of just not putting her in situations for her to practice those behaviors, you know, like I only put her out with dogs I know she's going to get along with, that she's not going to fight, and that aren't going to fight. Like, because a lot of times if you just back away from her, she's fine. It's like the dogs that don't like give up, that are like, hey, do you want to play? Do you want to play? Do you want to play? She's like, get out of my face, dude, you know? So I just try to set her up for, you know, positive. I've tried like letting her hang out in the house with a muzzle on, but she's so miserable because all she, like, as you see, all she wants to do is play with a toy by herself. You know, so if she has a muzzle on, she's just pissed off and sitting there not getting able to play with toys. If she's in her apartment, she can play with her toys, you know, at least.
Better for her. I was going to say, I think she wants to be an only dog. I think I call it jerk dogs, only dog syndromes. You know, it's kind of like being an only child. You know, I get the you know, not to say that I'm a jerk because I'm an only child, but I'm saying we sometimes feel like we're entitled. You know, I think the dogs that want to be only childs, you know, and only dog syndromes, you know, they
Are you saying this from experience, Chris, since you're an only child?
Maybe. Yeah. Well, you kind of, when you're an only child, you get spoiled. Like you get all the attention, you know? So, and I think because of that, you want to constantly get that attention, you know? And if you don't, you feel like something's missing. At least it's looked like that for me for a while, you know? I mean, it's every once in a while I'll get in that mode as well. And I don't know, I'm just trying to relate it to humans and dogs. Maybe it relates, maybe it doesn't, but I don't know if there's anything to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I know this dog would be happier being someone's only dog.
Right.
You know, she would be. I'm hoping, my dad is retired this year, and he's moving to South Carolina. And so when she retires from playing Frisbee, like he loves her. I really hope that he'll be willing to take her, you know, because like, I mean, I will happily, any of my dogs will stay with me forever, you know, but if I could put her somewhere where she can be the only dog, be loose in the house all the time, have all the toys she wants, have my dad who's retired and then his wife to hang out with, like, and not have any other dogs in her face, I would love for her to have that life. You know, she deserves it. She's worked her ass off. You know?
Well, I think absolutely, and I'm totally with you on that. I mean, we've actually unfortunately not been able to keep all of our dogs for life. Sometimes we've rehomed them as they've gotten older. They sometimes get some kind of behavior problems or something that's just not working out for our pack. Like Cooper, for example, we had to rehome him, and our recent Mal that started getting really aggressive with some of our other dogs and was getting really hard to handle. It's like we need more one-on-one. And not to say that we don't give our dogs a lot of attention, we do, but some dogs just demand more, I think.
Yeah.
You know? And especially the high drive dogs, they need a lot of attention. And if you're not giving it to them, then they will act out in ways that we're not going to like, you know, or that might not fit with our family or lifestyle or other dogs.
Right.
Anybody at home that's watching right now, do any of you guys have dogs that are jerks? Have you encountered your dogs not getting along well with other dogs in the pack? Let us know.
You're a jerk.
Yeah. her ears went back when you said that.
I know.
You said that to her before, but that's not what you always say. You say she's the other word that you
Well,
the A
I'm
word.
trying not to swear on your podcast, but she has many names.
Yes, I know.
She's a bitch. She's an asshole.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Now you're going. All right.
Keep going? I don't want to ruin your ratings.
No,
Dirty sailor mouth.
Yeah, but some dogs are just, unfortunately, they demand that attention, and they don't want to share it with the other dogs. So just learning how to deal with them and live with them, I think, is sometimes the best way. And you know, otherwise someone else gonna have to deal with those problems. You know, that's the sad thing about it. And I just hope that some of my jerk dogs will mellow out as they get older. I mean, I know Confetti has a little bit. You know, I mean, she's gotten a lot better. I'll tell you that. And I just know what situations to put her in and which ones I can't. You know, I see, and she's given more warning signs now. Just with the way I've interacted with her and dealt with the situation. So now she can growl, but she cannot attack. And if she growls, then off the bed, off the couch, off the lap, wherever it is, you know, I mean, out of the situation. So the best thing is to keep them out of that situation and try not to put them in those, you know, situations where they will fly off the handle.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. This is all Rosie wants to do.
So So what can you do with Rosie in that small space? I know I skipped it, but we went right to because I had both videos to show. I almost forgot that you were going to do a little bit with her. So I'm going to make the screen full on you there so everyone can see a little bit better.
Rosie. All right. We'll warm her up. Circle. Oh, I know. Girl, ready? Drop down for you. Girl, scoop. Stay.
Those of you that are watching, Abby does do online training classes. So if you're interested in learning any of the cool things you're seeing Abby do here, including the drop down, she does have classes available, and you can reach out to her on Instagram. She's on Instagram under The Dog Carnival. You can follow her.
Ready for this
Oh, yeah.
one?
Let's see it. Okay, watch this drop down, guys. Abby's the drop down master.
This one's called, I call this drop down, fuck it. Right? Boom!
Oh, you're going to have to do it again, Abby. It glitched right when you did it.
What?
It kind of glitched right when you did it. I don't know if we caught it. Can you do it again?
All right,
Maybe the camera can't keep up.
Doing it again. Are you ready?
Yeah. There. Froze again. We saw most of it.
It's hard. I'm in a tiny space. Did you get to see it? It's a good one.
Well, yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. On my screen, it looked a little. I saw most of it, but there's the very end as you're bringing it down. It kind of froze on my end. I don't know if it did for everybody else. But yeah, well, very impressive though. Very impressive. We only can do what we can with technology.
You're gonna just have to check out the Dog Carnival channel if you want to see some more of that.
There you go. That's what you'll have to do. You got a preview.
You got a preview. It's a teaser. It was a little. Now I gotta reel you in like this.
Yeah, reel them in. Well, you're going the wrong way. You got to reel them in closer to the camera.
Oh yeah, this way.
Tuesday said that drop down is incredible. And Felicia said it did glitch for her too, so it might have glitched, but that's okay. You'll have to go to Abby. Abby's channel. What's that?
I said Felicia's seen it.
Yeah.
She knows what it looks like.
We saw some of it, they said. So anyway, thanks for bearing with us and letting us postpone our podcast. Sunday was a crazy day for us. Obviously, Memorial Day weekend. Everyone's kind of out of town typically anyway. So moving it to Tuesday, I think worked well. Sue had a dock diving competition over the weekend. I actually went on Sunday to help us out. We were having some problems with our DSL, which we might still be having problems, but I had AT&T here yesterday trying to get our connection working better. But yeah, so anyway, also wanted to say happy Memorial Day to all those.
It's what?
Yesterday was Memorial Day, and we basically honor those that served our country. So I'd like to thank those that have, and for those that gave their lives. So that's really what it's about, to memorialize those that gave their life for our country. So we wouldn't have the freedom that we have without it. So we definitely need to be appreciated for it. And there's Rosie looking like a darling there. Look at her. Look at Rosie. Aw, she's so sweet. Anybody have a jerk dog like Rosie?
Jerk face Rosie.
She's like sweet and sour pork, Abby. Sweet on the inside, sour on the outside. And here goes one of my jerks making some noise here right now.
That's this Hannibal Lecter, man.
You know
these teeth. These teeth are made for eyeball punctures.
My jerk. Where's my jerk?
Straight for the eyeball.
Look, mine's being a jerk right now because he's got this in his mouth. And he doesn't want anyone else
bigger than he is.
He doesn't want anyone else to get it, and he's getting feisty about it. So what would I do in that situation? Probably take it away from him.
That dog is such a little rotten turd. He's lucky he's tiny.
He's just all talk, though. He ain't going to do much. He's only 6 pounds, so we kind of let him get away with it a little bit.
I know you do.
We shouldn't, though. I mean, if it really gets out of hand, we will. He's just letting the other dogs know, this is the one I'm playing with right now, and you're not getting it. So if anybody else gets close, he gets crabby about it. Ain't that right, little Leo? I know this is a big antler, huh?
It's huge.
Yeah. Huge, man. Well, for him anyway.
It's like as long as he is.
Listen to him. You get it. I want it. It's mine.
The dog is nasty.
Nah, he's friendly. He's friendly. Just wants
He
it.
tried to bite me. I remember that little shit. He
Good
tried to bite me.
He bit you?
Oh yeah, he got me one time. That's right.
Yeah, I remember when he bit your finger.
Yeah, he bit my
his
finger.
little needle teeth.
Yeah, he does, man. It went right in too. He got me.
All day, you're like, my finger.
Well, we didn't have him that long, and I guess there was mixed signals, and he thought I was gonna hurt him or something, and I was just trying to grab him to take him outside because he was I think he was gonna puke or something, and he freaked out and bit me, and so yeah.
Yeah, I know. I had to hear about it all next day. My finger. I can't do that. My finger. The dog bit my finger. Like, oh, your 6 pound, your hamster bit your finger, Chris. You can't do anything.
I'm gonna let him bite your finger so you can feel the pain. My sister-in-law says she's gonna take him one day. She loves Leo. He's a good boy. Yeah, and and she says because he's part Chihuahua. What are you doing? Oh my gosh!
That's your new dog.
Sue's bringing.
You claimed him. He's yours now.
Oh yeah, I got him dock diving big yesterday.
Did you?
Oh, big time. Yeah, we're gonna. Actually, I was thinking maybe next Sunday we'll do some curiosity about dock diving of some sort, of dog swimming or something, and we're gonna feature some dock diving dogs. So if you have access to do any filming of your dog's dock diving or swimming or anything this week, I'd like to feature that next Sunday.
Fair from last year.
Okay. Yeah. Send me some video, and we'll share it next week. It's getting hot out. Let's talk about swimming. Let's talk about dock diving, and maybe what's involved with it. And I don't know. We'll come up with a good topic, and we'll feature some dogs doing some dock diving, and of course our Stunt Dog Academy. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit. And we're actually open for those of you that are local or watching us local. The Stunt Dog Academy is open. You can rent the dock. Go to our website, stuntdogacademy.com, and you can schedule an appointment for a class if you want to get your dog dock diving and get them involved in the sport, or you just want to do it for fun. Maybe if you have a dog that's, like rehabilitating from some kind of injury, or an older dog that you just need to get some exercise that's low impact. Swimming is a great exercise for your dogs, and we do therapy swims too. So you can make that appointment on our website. So check it out, guys. And we're going to feature the Stunt Dog Academy next Sunday. Sound like fun, Abby?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to go and wrap this up. Let us know what you'd like to hear us discuss. If you got any topic ideas, we're more than happy to entertain the idea of your topic. And we always love hearing what interests you the most. So we'll be live this Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern time with Karen and Brian at the Indianapolis Zoo. I'm not sure what our topic's going to be yet. I need to get with them here later today, and we're going to get that ironed out. But on Sunday, again, next Sunday, we'll be live with Abby, and we're going to talk about the Stunt Dog Academy, talk about dock diving and what it takes to get our dogs swimming and how much fun they have doing it. So you guys have a great rest of your day, and hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next time on Coffee, Dogs, and Curiosities. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.